now.
You all right?
Well, I'm actually knackered, and there's
You
no
are?
reason. I slept.
Yeah.
I've woken up. I woke up with a headache. I've had
a lot of headaches recently.
Why do you think that is?
Don't know. Sometimes I go, I haven't drunk any water, and then I drink water and it gets rid of it. Sometimes it just doesn't go.
I took cocaine, one of the things.
Yes.
And then drove here, and halfway through the drive thought, I'm not sure you're meant to take these and drive because I feel woo.
What point do you think that when you were sort of sat in the middle of the fucking?
yeah.
Oh, you really? Oh, it's sort of what is it? Codeine, Codamol.
Codamol, that one.
I'm not really a big headache tablet guy. I just sort of
are you
raw dog it?
That's amazing.
Well, not really. I think you should probably just take it.
No. But why don't you? I'm terrible. I'll go like that. That's going to be a headache.
If I'm honest,
I'll go for pills.
A large part of it is because I just cannot be asked to get up and take one. I'm like lying down, and I've got a headache, but if I take one of those tablets, I'm gonna have to go. Usually, I'm lying in the office watching. Like last night I had one, and I was watching the Arsenal.
What? A painkiller?
A headache.
All right.
I have to go in the house. I'm going to have to get the tablet. I'm going to have to. I'm like, I'll just have a headache.
I'll just
have a headache.
Such a level of laziness.
I know, yeah. Well, this is when I'm already lying down.
Have I told you about the time I was a bin?
No.
I'm sure I have. It was when I had a cat ages ago.
You had a cat?
Do you remember I had a cat years and years ago, like 6 years ago?
No, I don't remember you having a cat.
I
don't think you like cats.
I don't.
Why did you get a cat then?
Because my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, I do remember you having a cat. Yes,
right, yeah. And so I'm in bed. You know when you're so tired, you're in bed, but you can't sleep because you're starving. Yeah. You can't sleep because you're so hungry.
Yeah.
Have you had that? Looks like you don't know what.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
absolutely.
right.
I've had to get up and make some toast.
Right, yeah. So I get up and go, right, I can't. I'm going to have to get up. I'm knackered. So I have no choice. Go up. I find there's like an Indian platter, like onion bhajis and samosas. Stick that in the oven. I
mean, usually when I get up, I go like, oh, what am I going to have? I'm like, oh, in fact, we've got 2 slices of bread left. That's good. I go, I'm a bit peckish. Oh, there's an Indian starter platter. I mean, what?
Yeah, I know. I don't. It's very random.
Oh, that's handy. There's a full platter of Indian starters.
Well, from the night before, though, I'm assuming.
Huh?
From the night before. Wait, it's in the night.
No, just in the package.
What?
What had you bought them for?
I assume a curry.
Right.
Oh, like the oven cooked, like
so, like a Marks and Spencer's the bag deal.
Yeah.
So you've eaten the starters, and the curry then has no starters to go with it.
Eventually,
right?
I imagine. Yeah. So I wake up, whatever the time is. Let's say it's 1. I open the fridge. Oh, right, they'll have to go in the oven.
And you sat down.
How was this confusing?
Have a platter of Indian starters.
Well. I put them. Remember, I'm really tired.
Yeah.
So I bhajis on the plate, samosas on the plate.
Right.
Get into bed.
Yeah.
And I'm eating the bhajis and the samosas.
Yes.
And this doesn't normally happen to me, but I get full up. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how this happens.
Now you're so full you can't sleep.
Right. right. No, I'm stuffed. And there's still samosas and bhajis to go. There's like 2 samosas, 2 bhajis. I'm like, I can't eat this. And I go to put the plate down.
This doesn't bode well for the eat off, does it?
I know, I did think that.
Yeah.
But
a couple of samosas and he was done.
It was an off day. It was an off day.
Fucking hell, mate.
Right, we'll see.
I don't think you should be telling me this unless he's trying to, unless the mind games have already started.
Anyway, so I go to put it down on the floor, and then the cat turns up. And it's a kitten, so I can't let the cat eat the bhajis and samosas because it will get sick. But I'm also so tired that I can't get up and put this in a bin. So I then have to be the bin, and I chuck the food away in me, and like force myself to eat. But it's not eating because I'm not hungry. I don't want it.
So
I'm just
still eating.
No, this was not. It was like this. That's a bin, isn't it? That's not eating. It's like that. I've got to get rid of that. So I chucked it away. I chucked it away.
I will often continue eating when I'm not hungry.
Oh, me too. Very much.
Oh yeah.
I will sometimes get full and then eat more than I ate before I was full after I'm already full.
Well, don't do that. No, that's
Yeah.
I am a greedy pig.
I am a greedy.
I just go, I just love, I think I've got like an oral fixation or whatever that is. I'm like, I just want to keep eating. I don't want to stop.
Why have you brought oral fixation into it?
Well, isn't there a thing where people like to sort of eat and that's the reason because they like to do something with their mouth?
Oh, I've not thought about that.
Oh, like smoking, eating, drinking,
sucking dick.
You had another McDonald's.
I've had 2 last week.
No, yeah, so we got to keep it. Can we get like a tally?
That's such a good shout.
We've got to get a tally.
I think
Sean texted me. I was on my way back from a gig saying, "Are you watching the boxing?" And I replied with a picture from my car of me at a McDonald's drive-through saying that I'm listening to it on TalkSport.
What did you get?
I just had a double chili cheeseburger.
Nice.
And 6 nuggets.
You can't stick the word, hang on, you can't stick the word just in there.
Yeah.
Just stick the word just in there when you're at McDonald's. But
the thing was,
it's 12, it's midnight and you're having a...
So I'd done 2 gigs, the first of which was, because I'm not always justify it by going, well, I left the house at 5. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But it was only 10, and I had left the house at 6:30, so I had only been out of the house for 3.5 hours, and in those 3.5 hours at 7:30, I'd had bangers and mash at Bath Comedia, because they do food there. That was the first gig I'd done, and they feed you, so I'd had bangers and mash, and I'm like, this is not just... I would not be able to defend this McDonald's in court. They go, but... Usually I go, well, I left the house at 5 and it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I go, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
You've been out of the house for...
We'll let you off.
What's that? 8 hours?
Yeah.
At this point, I'd been out of the house for 3.5 hours and during those 3.5 hours, I'd had a full meal. To then have a double cheeseburger and 6 nuggets was not needed. And I knew that as I was driving in. I was beating myself up before I'd hit the lane for the drive-through. I'm like, you don't need this, Paul, do you? And the thing was, it was left home right to McDonald's. So I'd actually gone out of my way for it. And I was just, you're a disgusting.
What dip do you dip your nuggets in?
Barbecue. I get a barbecue and a sweet and sour, and I alternate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I do curry and barbecue.
I only have the curry with the chips, and I only have that very, very rarely.
What, the fries?
Yeah.
What?
The sweet curry sauce.
Right, but you don't have the fries very rarely.
I usually have the fries. I didn't on this occasion.
Yeah, why is that?
Because
that like you
I'd already had chips that day. I'd been out for lunch and I'd had chips with my lunch. I mean, the whole day was an absolute. It was vile.
The way there's, when you drive home, you have to pass McDonald's.
Yes.
Like, which you said is like the final boss.
Yes, that is of my life computer game, yeah.
I've now, through moving, it is better than a McDonald's, but a Lebanese restaurant that stays open late. I must eat there like 3 times a week after a gig.
That's good though. What, like flatbread?
Bread, rice, chicken.
Hummus.
But it's like...
That's fine.
Yeah, I know, right, okay. I know it's fine. I know it's fine when you compare it to chili cheeseburgers and McDonald's. At the same time... It's midnight.
I know.
Like, that's not fine.
You're not fine.
I'm now waking up and I've got acid reflux in the morning. I'm like, what's that? And
it's like the worst.
It's because there's chicken here.
I know. Right, just going to brush my teeth and have a 3-course meal and then I'm ready for bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or what are you like with snacks? Because we don't talk about snacks. We talk about meals. I know... We're terrible for meals.
I'm pretty good if I don't have them in the house, but then, I will quite often, if Giant Wotsits are on offer, I'll buy 3 bags and then I'll just keep eating them.
And if we're at a gig, I've seen what you do.
What?
You have a little pinch of the leftovers, don't you?
What leftovers?
So if we're in a green room,
and
there'll be like some crisps and stuff, that they've put out for the act.
Oh, I'll take him home.
At the end of the night.
100%.
That is Paul. Like a fucking squirrel at the end of the gig, kind of that in the bag.
You must eat them at some point then, so you do snack.
Great detective work.
Just jumping in there.
Welcome to the case. Here it is, the rookie. Well, hold on a minute. At some point. Fucking hell, he's got me. Hold on a second.
But yes,
yeah, I will. I'll take them home. You know, sometimes there are certain green rooms we go to, and there's an abundance of snacks, drinks.
I hate that, by the way.
Why?
Because I like you just alluded to, if it's not in the house,
I won't eat it.
I'm not going to go to the shop to
No.
get a pack of crisps or tell you something that's come with age, though.
What?
The shop. I thought this the other day. I was like, I'm like this stage of life. Go to Tesco's Express for whatever it is. Get your bits, whatever. Got the list. Treat yourself with a pack of crisps for the walk home. Do you know that one?
I live 30 seconds from the shop, so...
Pack of crisps for the walk home. Oh,
I used to do that.
absolutely love it. Me, I've got my bag there with the stuff in. A little bag of crisps. And you go, life's all right.
I'll tell you my version
got
of
my
that.
little bag of crisps.
And that is... so I had a rare Friday night
Hang
off.
on, what's your version of what? Of like
the
a
crisps
nice,
on the way home?
Yeah, crisps on the way home.
When I go to Mr. So's to get a Chinese takeaway and the prawn crackers on the drive home, I'll have a couple of those as I'm driving up the hill. And that is... Do you know what? What's good about that? I'll go, and this is going back to you two using Deliveroo.
What should we call this? This little treat? What should we call this? This kind of like... It's a certain stage of life, isn't it, that you get to... And you go, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself.
Yes.
It's the kind of... It's not a fuck it. It's not a fuck it, I'm going to have a bag of crisps. It's kind of softer than that. It's like, oh, do you know what? Go on. Go on then.
Yes, that's right.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a go on then. So
Yeah.
mine is the little crisps on the way home, walking home. Life's all right, life's nice. Yours is the, what do you just say?
So I like the prawn crackers on the way back with the Chinese. I'll have a few of those. I'm like, oh, this is just for me.
That's the go on then, and the just for me's.
And what's great about going to get the Chinese is I park out the back of Mikey. You all know it. So you've got overdraft greens. So on a Friday night, I'm going to collect that at 8 o'clock. I get to walk past 2 bars where I used to drink. That's my night out. That's it. That's I'm like, I just see it and go in, get my Chinese, go home, and I feel like I've scratched that itch.
That's lovely.
Oh, that is nice.
Do you ever? Oh, go on then.
I mean, probably, but the thing is, I do a lot of...
God, I dread to think.
Yeah, I don't want to actually.
All right, I won't say.
What is it?
I've got a lot of go-ons then. I just go on then all the time. Like, that's how I live.
That's not a bad way to live.
Yeah, like if I want something, I will probably have it.
That's fair enough. What about what about that has to stop at some point?
Yeah, but I'm like
Oh, it
10
will
years
do.
younger
Yeah.
than you.
I was the go on then king.
Yeah. How me and you have ended up sat here drinking coffee with 0 beers out there is because we were the go on kings.
Yeah. I mean, I just, I don't think I knowingly said no to a night out for about 25 years.
Yeah. Wow.
How are you for the when you're shopping when you're shopping to buy something and then they put the things there and that's they should call that the go on then shelf, like they got like breakfast bars and
Yeah.
then like nuts.
Oh, I know what you mean.
In Marks
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Spencer's, that is mostly, isn't it?
Did you get done at Marks and Spencer's?
Not really, no. I'm pretty good. I mean, like, when I go to the supermarket, I know what I'm going to get when I go in there, and I get that.
And you don't swerve from that.
Not really, no.
I actually do have a go on then.
Go on.
You know when you go to the petrol station?
Yeah.
And they have the hot
Porno
pastry
Max.
section. the hot pastry section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get one of them. Because they are disgusting. Like they make me feel ill.
Yes.
What, like a sausage roll?
No, not sausage roll.
What,
But
the
like
chocolate?
like a
Pan au chocolat.
maybe like a pepperoni slice, something like that.
From
Or
a petrol station.
yeah. Don't knock it. It's quite nice.
Pepperoni slice.
Yeah, pepperoni.
So you turned your nose up at a sausage roll.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go, no, like a spinach and feta kind of like. So no, I'll have a thing with like little discs of processed meat in it.
No. Shell do a thing called the pepperoni slice.
Talking about Shell like it's a restaurant. Let me know. Shell do this wonderful thing where they marinate the red circles of processed meat.
I honestly, to you and to everyone listening or watching, go to Shell, get a pepperoni pastry, like a pizza pastry. It's one of the nicest things you'll ever eat. I was skeptical like you before.
I have not been there.
Yeah.
I will now wager that it will not be the nicest thing you've ever
No, I
eaten.
said one of the nicest things you've ever eaten.
One of the nicest things.
I reckon it would rank at about 732.
Well,
at best.
My favourite things I've eaten, I remember I had a burrata and like ham sandwich, focaccia sandwich on the top of a mountain in Amalfi.
Yeah.
I had this incredible burger in Amsterdam, and I had this exquisite. Have you ever been to Shell? Petrol station. I had a pepperoni
There's
pizza.
an episode of The Trip in there. Just sat opposite each other, doing Michael Caine impressions, chowing down on a pepperoni slice.
You're laughing now, but next time you're in the Shell, you're going to get one of those.
I
and you're gonna
fucking
go,
am not.
Why not?
Because I just
Try it
don't
out.
eat that shit.
What?
What are you talking about? It's just a chili cheeseburger.
Contrary to what I've just said, but like
I know what you mean.
It's like I don't know how long it's been sat there.
That's
I know
why-
that a chili cheeseburger is going to have been made probably within the last 15 minutes.
That's
So,
why
hang
it's
on.
a go on.
I
then.
want to hear Paul say this. You trust McDonald's?
I do trust McDonald's.
Yeah. To be fair, I trust McDonald's.
I'm like Donald Trump.
It's a trustworthy brand.
It is a trustworthy brand. I do trust, but then again, you don't know. But I mean, this could be said. This could be said of all. I've worked in a lot of hospitality. You've got no idea. That's one of the good things about Wagamama is that you can
Yeah.
see your food being cooked.
You're absolutely right.
I mean,
Yeah.
like the fucking people.
I know.
You go if you go out the back of a restaurant and see like the chefs outside having a fag. You go, if that guy invited me round his house for dinner, I would categorically say no. And I'm sat out the front here letting him cook my dinner or her. You know, whoever they may be. Do you know what I mean?
I used to work. Yeah, I worked at the Willow. I don't want to shit on the Willow. Can I say that?
What?
Never mind. I'm going to say, I used to work at the Willow Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of the shit that I saw in that kitchen.
Oh God.
Like what?
I can't say, really. Can I? Does
I
it
don't
matter?
know.
Would
I don't
Jules
know.
mind?
I don't know what
He
it
doesn't own it anymore.
has he left that business? That
Yeah.
industry?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be
But
fine,
the
right?
chef I will talk about is still currently working as a chef.
Oh, all right, you don't need to say that. Go on.
Mikey, I'm not sure I want to hear it because I ate in there.
You would not like the Willow Tree.
Then definitely tell me.
Huh?
Then definitely
No,
tell me.
no. I don't want to hear this. It's going to make me feel sick.
I definitely saw one of them dropped a steak on the floor, popped it back on the plate.
There you go.
Never had steak, so that wasn't
That's
bad.
that's not as bad as what my imagination was much worse than that, so
I
it's
think
fine.
that's really bad.
But yes,
Yeah.
I mean, I also had a beef sandwich from a service station in Ireland, and they talk about like Ireland, the service stations there, the food is particularly good. Do you know? Have you heard this?
You said that to me, and I went to Ireland and stopped off at a service station, remembering that you had said this.
And was it good?
I think you were right.
Yeah, but on this occasion, mate, I
Good.
got. I mean, do you? I must have talked about this on it before. You
No,
know,
remind
when you eat something, and as you're eating it, you get like a little. This is going to make me ill.
Yeah, you did say that, yeah, I do know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a spidey sense that kicks in, and you go like,
Yeah.
just something goes, oh,
Yeah, it's usually pork for me.
and man alive, I was so ill.
You get food poisoning quite a lot, I think. Or you've had food poisoning quite a lot.
Not overly, I don't think. But also, the thing was, it was one of those perfect storms, and I've had this a few times in my life where I've been caning it.
Oh, yeah.
So I was on tour with Kevin,
Yes.
and I mean, it was mad how much we were drinking.
Yeah.
Like, it was in. We were getting to bed at 6:00 in the morning, most nights of the week.
That's incredible. Bravo.
you know, and then so when the food poisoning came,
Yeah.
my body was just like it just went.
Oh, do you think
It's
the
over.
alcohol sort of? I can't think of the word.
No, but I just think my resolve or my kind of like everything. I was so weak already that it would just it knocked me. It knocked me for 6. It was horrendous.
Yes. Yeah, I think I do remember that. Oh. What
And then
was it?
just sort of like lying in bed all day and then going out to perform in an arena for 20 minutes and then going back to bed. Just like, oh mate, this is not fun at all.
That's not the way to do it.
I mean, the week before was Dublin, where we'd spent 4 nights on the piss with Woody Harrelson, and
That's so
wow.
weird that we've both ended up meeting Woody Harrelson.
when did you meet Woody Harrelson?
It was like a few years ago in LA.
Right.
I had a joint with him.
Yeah, we did several. I was stood outside the hotel we were staying in at 4 o'clock in the morning, pissed out my head under a umbrella with Woody Harrelson, just sharing a spliff.
That's fucking.
That's
cool.
mad.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Conor McGregor was coming.
What?
But then changed his mind. So John Kavanagh, you know, his like manager guy, he was there, and Conor was on his way.
No.
And then it just didn't happen.
Thank God.
I don't know. Be a funny story, wouldn't it?
He would. I think Colin. How do you pronounce it? The last name
McGregor.
I'm not scared of any man on this planet more than him. Everything about him terrifies me. He is so unpredictable. I can imagine him telling you that you're his best mate, and like that he's falling in love with you. It doesn't matter what. He doesn't know what it is, but on one night he just goes, "We've got it. I love you. I'm going to give you half my money. We're going to travel the world. And then just going, what was that? You go, what? You go, you just gave me a funny look, and then get you in a headlock and breaking your neck.
Oh, they're the scariest people.
He looks like he could go any way.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I do, yeah. It would have been fun to have a few drinks with him, no?
I don't know, maybe. It just seems too much. He's the only guy I could think of where I go, that's too much for me.
Yeah.
Because of that turn.
Well, that brings us neatly onto the boxing.
Oh.
That was...
I don't follow the boxing, so for me and anyone that doesn't follow the
I
boxing...
don't understand people like you.
Why?
Two men are punching each other in the face. What is there to not like?
I wouldn't call myself... Like, I've got mates that are boxing fans. You know what I mean? And I'm not a boxing fan, but I like watching boxing. And if there's a big fight, I'll watch it. Yeah, and,
I'll watch the big fight.
You know,
okay.
But this was great. So you know the history of it. So their fathers fought twice.
The history of boxing?
Of the Eubank Ben.
Oh, right, that's what... I don't even know what
So
fight
their
was
fathers fought twice in the 90s, 90 and 93, I believe. And then, you know, and there's just been all this kind of bad blood. They didn't get on in the 90s. Now they don't get on.
Yeah.
There was a few press conferences. So Eubank Jr. egged Conor Ben.
Do you know why that was?
No.
So I didn't know why that was until recently. The reason that he egged him is because Conor Ben got done for, you know, drugs.
Yeah.
And Conor Ben said no, it was because he had so many eggs.
Right. Yes, I did know that.
Right.
Actually. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Maybe it was you that told me, but yeah.
So yeah, and it was, and I think it was one of those things. I think obviously just in the world we're living in the sort of like social media celebrity age, I think it would have been easy to write this off as just another kind of gimmicky fight.
Yeah, a YouTube-y fight,
exactly.
totally.
And then it delivered in a way that I don't think anyone was expecting. It was because I listened to it on Talk Sport, which I'll often do if I'm not home for it. And then I've watched the whole fight since. It was
that last round.
It was amazing.
I took my top off.
Did you? Why? Do you think you're going to get called in? He's not going to make it through. I better get ready.
I got lost in it.
Right.
I got totally
Where were you
lost.
watching it?
In my living room.
Right.
It was just me.
Yeah.
And it got to the last fight, and they're just swinging and they're punching. They can't even get like enough strength behind them to knock. They're getting each other in the face, but they don't even have and I just got lost in it. And I just took my top off, and I was swinging and watching the telly and just going, get him.
Who were you wanting to win?
Eubank.
Right. Yeah. Have you been at comedy or anything?
Yes,
yeah,
I
same
have.
here, quite a few times.
Yeah. So
he used to go to a comedy club in Brighton a lot. So he came to my tour show.
What?
Yeah.
At Comedia?
At Comedia in the studio. Yeah.
Did you break him?
What, in terms of laughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him laughing a few times. Why?
That's good.
Is he notoriously...
I just remember, like, I think I was emceeing or something and looking out and just seeing his
I'll
face,
be honest,
looking as focused.
it was only about half an hour in that I realised he was even in there.
Yeah.
But he would go a lot, and he had that Bentley, which was like, what was it? KO1 was the number plate or something like that. So you'd turn up. He was there all the time. At one point.
It. Loves stand-up.
So yes, I was kind of... do you ever think when you watch shows, you go like, one of these punches would kill me?
Absolutely.
It's frightening, isn't
Absolutely.
it? Like the strength.
I really don't know.
But it's the jab. But I would go the jab. Look, when they get a jab, that looks when you're watching it like nothing's happened. It's just jab, nothing's happened. That would knock me out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, particularly
the little ones. They do that.
Yes,
and nothing happens. They just take it.
Yeah,
and you go, that one would knock me out.
Have you ever boxed?
A person.
Yeah, like have you done boxing?
Oh, have I?
Have you?
No.
Have you?
No.
What have you?
No.
No.
Absolutely
Do you
not.
reckon we should have a boxing match?
Are you what are you talking about? Should we punch each other in the face? No, thanks.
You wouldn't. Well, you're like, oh, there's something great about two men fighting each other.
Watching two men punch each other in the face.
Two men punch each other. Be
What?
me and Paul for a
I'll
bit.
watch you two punch each other in the face.
Yeah, then I'll watch you two punch each
No,
other.
I'm not getting punched in the face.
I'm also 50.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, you're 30. You're like half my age. So
Yeah, but you play tennis and stuff. I just sit around watching stuff.
that'd be like Jake Paul and Tyson. And we're going, he's fighting an old man.
What?
Okay, fine. Forget the idea. I thought it'd be fun. I don't want to punch you.
Can we see what
but
Paul looks
You
like?
sound like you do.
No.
Is this resentment building up and you're going,
Yeah.
guys, I've got an idea actually. A nice little game we could play.
Yeah. You just stand there and I'll punch you in the face.
I reckon it'll get loads of views.
I actually think you'd beat me in a fight.
But I mean, I'd have to get the job done quickly, otherwise you're sort of like...
because my stamina would be better. Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Mind you, you used to smoke a lot. Right?
Well, I have 2 cigarettes a day.
That's quite good. Well done.
Thank you very much.
One in the morning, one in the morning, one at night.
No. One with a caffeinated coffee, one with a decaffeinated coffee.
I know.
I've just seen you have one.
Right, today I've had 4.
This is amazing. I love this. You know this guy. And this is something that I've mentioned on here, but like it's just this whole new thing of like, I'll tell you what I've been doing for my mental health. Mushrooms. And it's like, there's a guy I know and he's like, I bumped into him and he was saying how on top of his mental health. Now, whatever, I am,
mental.
I am mental. Yeah. I have had mental health issues and, I sympathise with anyone and whatever. But, like, what I will not, or what I can't get on board with is when people sort of, like, think that they have the answer. And he said, like, addiction issues, it sorted those out. And he's got a pint and a roll-up on the go. It's like midday on a Tuesday. It's like, yeah, I'm totally on top of things. No shoes. I just don't wear shoes now. I've realised that shoes are... I'm like, mate, I don't know. I don't want to diagnose anyone, but I'm not sure how sound your mental health is.
This is microdosing mushrooms, you're saying?
No, this is like full doses. And this is like ayahuasca. This is acid. This is throwing a lot of shit at the wall and seeing what doesn't stick.
This is someone going like this, like, I'm all right now.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But do you know what I mean? Though this is
My mental health's much improved.
Yeah.
Lizard.
yeah, but bonkers, absolutely fucking bonkers.
But what does this have to do with me smoking 4 cigarettes, though?
Well, no, it's just you sort of like, this is the thing going like, oh yeah, I only, it's almost convincing yourself that you only have 2 cigarettes a day. But you've already had 4. It's not even midday.
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
You know, and then going, oh, this has completely sorted out my addictive tendencies.
I only
It's
have 2, actually.
You're having a pint at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock midday on a Tuesday afternoon, whatever the time is.
And microdosing is not... There's no way that anyone that has ever microdosed sticks to that. There's just no way.
No.
It's what you've said. It's exactly what you've said there about I only have 2 cigarettes. Oh, today I had 4. So it's like, I'm microdosing. Anyway, I just microdosing and I'm a lot happier. Well, you just microdosed today? Today I took a bit more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not sticking to that.
It's a go on then, but with drugs.
It's a go on then, but with ecstasy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You seen the film Another Round?
I want to.
I'm surprised you'd love that film.
Yeah.
So that's the premise.
Teachers
try to essentially microdose booze to see like can they live that wonderful sweet spot of 2 pints?
Incredible.
Like, can they stay there?
Why have I not seen
throughout
that?
a day?
Yeah.
You don't need to know the end. You can imagine how that ends. People trying to just stay afloat at that perfect point.
Great move, Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh man,
Because I sort of go, I wonder if I could just have to. The thing is, not only could I, would I want to?
Would you want to what?
Just have.
Would
two.
you want to what?
Just like as soon as I have a pint, I don't go, oh, that's good. I go like, right, I want every single pint until.
I've never understood these people that are like, let's go for an afternoon beer, and then go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing, what's happening is there's 3 alcoholics and there's just one that hasn't stopped yet.
Yeah. No, but I don't think I'm an alcoholic.
Oh, well, we'll see.
You're sort of steady. I don't know. You seem to be sort of.
Isn't that a beer?
Yeah, but that's because we're doing the filming. That's because we're doing the filming.
We're doing the filming. The time, ladies and gentlemen,
can I just
to all
essentially say-
viewers, it's 11.
Can I just say
on a Wednesday?
Can I just break that down? You've gone, but is that not a beer? You go, yeah, but that's just because I'm at work. That's a work beer. That's not. Well,
It's not even lunch yet.
Right, but that is one of the. I'm not going to binge, am I? Because otherwise I can't go out.
You just said, I don't understand those people.
No, but now I will go back and drink.
drinker. Like
Yeah.
And eater.
That and eater. Well, I don't know if I'm a binge eater really. I just sort of.
But earlier you said like
I like that, but I mean, I don't go on food binges.
No.
Like if there's a big meal. You know, I will eat it all. If I'm going, it's like if I go out for dinner, I'll have a starter and then I'm like, God, I'm already full, but I've ordered them. I'm going to eat the main. Do you know, it's not like, right, I'm going to get loads of food and just eat until I feel sick.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's sort of contextual.
Yeah.
Drinking, on the other hand, I'll have one drink and then, you know, that's the saying, isn't it? One drink's too many, 100's not enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is, once that first drink registers, I don't know what. I don't know when this ends.
Yeah,
but I don't. When we've drunk together a bit, I don't see your drinking quite as that explosive.
You would. I did. I was quite impressed by your drinking capabilities. I will say that.
Well, thank you very much. But the thing was, I'd get drunk quick, but my ability to continue, I get like a wobbly head. So just sort of like my head would wobble, and so I looked drunk after about 3 pints, but then I would just continue drinking.
I have a friend, another friend that was like that.
So yeah, and it's weird. I've got a few friends that like Jules, for example. I know we've mentioned it's quite Jules heavy this episode. Yeah. He wears it well. I've never seen him all over the shop.
I have once, but
that
was usually with the inclusion of some other substances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So terrible food hygiene. He uses illegal drugs. Is there anything else you want to throw him under the bus?
You know, this is going out. Yeah, but it's all right with Jules. He's got a cocaine problem, so it's fine.
He this week sent me a little Instagram reel of have you seen these? Like
I follow all of those drug Instagram pages. I follow. I don't care. Ketamine sessions, all of them. They make it's pathetic.
Oh,
they make me laugh more than anything.
The bag memes.
The bag memes.
Bilbo and the Ring.
I saw one the other day. There's someone's made a meme, using Photoshop with it. It's a man crossing the road with a giant bag of cocaine that's like bigger than him, and he's crossing the road with it, and it just says "me after one sip of beer."
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. Do you have that thing you go? So pathetic. I'm nearly 40 and I will forward, share, and I've all of my friends that I know that's going to. Bang, 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 bang. And then they just send back a laughter emoji. And you go, that's that done. Yeah. Then they do it for me and I go, yeah. Grow up.
I know, but Jules, it wasn't a drug one. He sent me a reel. Have you seen these like ultra realistic sex dolls?
How have we got on here?
Well, Jules sent me.
What's Jules doing? Jules is like it's like a lot of Wizard of Oz. Like we never see Jules, we just hear about Jules. He sent you why has he sent you an ultra realistic sex doll?
Because he's as bad as Mikey.
Oh my God!
He might actually be worse.
The legend that is Jules.
I might actually be like I am because of him.
There'll be people watching.
He's like your mentor. He's like your mentor.
It kind of is my mentor. He took me in when I was 20. And
he's like Fagin. He's like a sex Fagin.
There'll be people. I reckon there's people that watch this going, I don't believe in Jules. And people go, I believe in Jules, and they'll be arguing about whether or not Jules is real.
He's real.
He is real.
He's real.
And he wants to go halves on an ultra realistic sex doll with me.
What?
Yeah.
Wants to go halves?
Yeah. And he was like, well, you have it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'll take it for the weekend.
Oh my God, that is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Are you going to show it? Does it look like you had it up there? Show it to the camera. Show it to the viewers.
Actually, could I not do that?
Fine.
It just, I don't know why.
It's too realistic.
It's too real. It looks weird as fuck. It actually freaks me out. I couldn't believe it.
Okay. And how much did it cost you?
About $5,000.
$5,000.
Oh, but you wait.
We need to get some more Patreons.
Oh, but you wait till you see it. Oh, but mate.
Can we move away from the sex doll?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, I tell you what, slightly in that world, have you seen Spain, this whole, like, the power outage in Spain?
Possible cyber attack.
How's that a link to a sex doll?
Well, I mean, it's an ultra-realistic sex doll. It's like an AI sex doll, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
you would have watched. They don't fucking manage to hack that. That would be the last thing you want to cyber attack on. Like, oh my God, what's going on?
I've been Me Too'd by my sex doll.
I said this. Do you know Marks and Spencer's recently had the cyber attack where they weren't able to take contactless payment? That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So I believe it was over the Easter weekend. There was a cyber attack on Marks and Spencer's, which meant that people were like, we can't get our Easter meal because like blah blah blah. They were unable to take contactless payments, and it transpires it was a cyber attack. I said, as that was happening to Alex, I was like, there is a big one of these coming. That'll be the next thing. They'll be using this clip in 20 years. You know, like when David Bowie, have you seen that clip where he's talking about the internet?
The internet, yeah.
They'll be playing this after the cyber attack. They'll go, McCaffrey knew. He was ahead of the curve on this one. I really feel like the next big thing will be like so who's saying that the Spain could be a cyber attack, and why Spain? It seems like an odd target.
Well, Spain and Portugal got blacked out for what was it, a day?
Someone that doesn't like tapas?
Exactly. Who doesn't like? Who's got beef with Spain and Portugal? They're like
maybe Portugal, Brazil.
Why?
Didn't Portugal kind of like create them a little bit?
Create them?
Yeah.
In a lab?
No. Like Brazil became. You know the reason Brazil speaks Portuguese and the rest of the South America speaks Spanish?
No,
because the Portuguese conquered Brazil.
Yeah,
and the Spanish conquered Mexico and everywhere else.
Yes.
I mean, that was a long time ago, though. I doubt they've still got beef.
I don't
about
think
that.
Brazil's doing cyber attacks, do you?
No, I don't. And this, but what's the point?
Yes.
What's the point? Do you know the point? I mean, I can't believe I'm asking.
Maybe
Mike.
Putin is trying to get Spain and
it's
Portugal.
always Russia.
Anything that starts with maybe is like on the news. Been a big cyber attack, maybe. It's like no, that's not.
I listen to news podcasts.
Do you?
That's all it is.
Oh, really?
Basically, you just go, you're just guessing, you just know more. All right, you know more, well done. But you are just guessing. It's just journalists guessing.
Yeah.
And they never get it right because if you did, then you'd be able to see into the future and there would be no news because you go, we told you this was going to happen. The news is mad.
As I've just done.
A bunch of people
Maybe I should start
guessing
a
what's
news
going to happen.
podcast.
You should. This is kind of a news podcast.
It's yeah.
But, right, so Putin. It's
Yeah.
always Putin. It's got to be Putin.
Yeah.
Could be, couldn't it?
Well, why would it not be Putin? He's the only one. He loves this shit.
He does. Do you reckon they'll ever make a musical about him called Putin on the Ritz? Sorry, I just had to break the tension. It was getting a bit serious there. Yeah,
Getting a bit heavy.
But no,
Felt like Newsnight.
Yeah. What is he? What does he want?
It's a good.
He just wants to rule the world, doesn't he? Before
Yes,
he goes.
old school.
Yeah.
Old school, Lord of the Rings style.
Yeah.
Rule the world.
Yeah.
But what I don't. How do you get to rule the world by creating a power cut in Spain?
This is what I mean.
But there probably is.
It's a cyber. By the way, so it was definitely a cyber attack. Is that confirmed?
No, they don't know
No.
if it's a cyber attack.
No, but like.
So maybe we're back to maybe. This is what I mean. This is what the news
the Marks and
is.
Spencer's,
Something's
the Marks
happened.
and Spencer's one was a cyber attack.
Confirmed cyber attack.
A confirmed case of
But
cyber
what was
attack.
the point in that?
Yeah.
Oh, we got
This
Marks
is
and
what I'm
Spencer's.
saying, it just-
simply power cut. Well, like, what does it matter?
But they're just, I don't know, maybe they're just sort of, sorry, now I am using maybe a lot, but it's just, maybe they're just trying, I reckon
test it out
there's
on
a
Marks.
big one coming.
Test it out on Marks and Sparks.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
we're going to take down society. We're going to take down England. We need a trial test. Who should we go for? Marks and Spencer's?
Yeah.
Test it out on them.
fair, yeah.
See if it works. They've tried it out.
And what would
That
they do?
worked.
Like, just wipe us out and then just while we're weak, just like...
They wouldn't even have to. This is the scary thing. They could imagine if they could.
It's amazing.
No. I genuinely think I'm with Paul. What's going to
We've
happen?
got an exclusive.
Is we're all gonna, well, not die, but like we're all gonna like the way that we'll be
We are all
wiped
going to
out.
die.
If there was a blackout, there's no.
this just in, we're all going to die. Breaking news. we interrupt the FA Cup final. We've just had a huge piece of news in. We're all going to die. More as we get here. And
now for the weather.
Fucking Mikey. News flash. Oh, shit. You're joking. Have you heard? What? We're all going to die.
This doesn't last forever.
Yeah, all right, but hear me out. There's no electricity. That's
Yeah.
a start. I
Yeah.
mean, fine, we can live without that. We have done in the past. There's no water.
Sorry, could I just say that doesn't actually work. We can live without that. We have done in the past.
But I think we're so used to not living. I think we've become so sort
Yeah.
of like...
Oh, people would die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that contradicts what you just
No,
said.
but like we wouldn't be wiped out.
No, man wouldn't
Yeah.
be wiped out because there was a power cut. No, but a lot of people would die.
Yeah, but the water treatment plants stopped working. They need electricity.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
What?
Now, you know, like when people were stockpiling
Toilet roll,
toilet
pasta.
roll.
Yeah. Stockpile electricity.
I'm going to buy some porno mags so that I'm ready for analog. I'm ready for analog. I'll tell you what. That is a free piece of advice.
That's a good commodity to have when it all breaks down.
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
able to trade that for food.
Mate, that's a great shout.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, there's probably a warehouse somewhere full of old fucking Razmags. You buy those now, you'll be like, that's the way to become the powerful one.
Yeah.
Board games.
You good? Yeah.
Board games. People
Yeah.
need games. Board games. Porn mags.
Well, I'll chuck food in there.
Which
Is
food?
Well, just food. I feel
I'll
like
be out hunting, mate. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, have you a bow and arrow?
Yeah. There's sheep in the field behind my house.
You're sorted.
I'm absolutely sorted, mate. I'll be doing legs of lamb on the barbecue.
Legs and lambs, and you'll have a coat.
Yeah, and I've got a
Yeah.
gas barbecue.
I mean, what you're not factoring in, though, is that everyone else in your neighbourhood probably has the same plan, and there's probably limited sheep.
But I'm going to form an alliance because I know a few handy lads on my estate, so I'll just be, yeah.
What about? Well, I think I would stay away from. I would. I've genuinely always wanted to grow my own potatoes, and I've
Fucking hell.
And the apocalypse is the time
It's
to
all
start.
coming out today, isn't it?
yeah, no,
You genuinely wanted to. It sounds like you're on Britain's Got Talent.
You're laughing, right? You go out and get the sheep. I'm growing potatoes. Me and you together, shepherd's pie.
That is not a fair trade-off.
Come on, we're making a shepherd's pie together.
What?
Yeah.
I bring the lamb, you bring the potatoes.
Yeah, we've got a
Like-
shepherd's pie.
Nah,
Or is it
I'll get
cottage
my own
pie?
That
potatoes,
isn't
mate.
fair.
No.
He's bringing a lot of
I
protein.
thought we were working together.
You fought wrong, mate.
Have you got any potatoes? I'm growing the potatoes. Without me,
I've
you
already
can't
got
make
the
a
sheep.
shepherd's pie.
I don't reckon you could grow potatoes. That's the problem. I've got the sheep.
Yeah.
What, are you challenging me to grow a potato?
Yeah.
How long does it take to grow a potato?
I don't fucking know.
So
We are-
amateur.
we are-
Tell me
Yeah,
how
you-
long it takes.
You wait.
Yeah.
You wait. I'm going to
But
grow
it's a
one
lot
day, and I'm
longer.
not going to tell you when. One day we're going to start this, and I'm going to go, hold on.
Yeah.
And I get out my phone, and I'm going to go, that's not it. And I'm going to get out a big potato, and I go, I grew that.
I'll go, you just bought it from Marks and Spencer's, mate. Bullshit. Bullshido.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it will take you a lot longer to grow a potato than it will for Paul to run into the field and kill a sheep.
Why is he getting all this credit? Like we're just, oh yeah, he could do that. He could go to...
Because all you've brought to the table is potatoes.
How did you
Yeah.
kill the sheep?
Slit its neck.
Paul.
Yeah.
You don't have that in you.
I fucking tear its
You don't
fucking
have
out.
that in you.
I'll walk back into this day with his head like that. I go, I've killed a sheep.
You don't have that in you.
And I'll kill again. Like, send out a warning. I go, if anyone else is thinking of going in there, think twice, because I will fucking kill.
Yeah? And then I'm going to come in,
This head could be yours.
and I'm going to come in with a potato.
Same. It's not quite as. It's just not quite as intimidating, is it? I go, and this fucking joker's just brought potatoes.
Yeah.
I suggest we kill him next, and everyone go, yeah.
Fast release carbs. No carbs with that lamb.
And I'll be sat in my bunker with all of my tinned foods, just wait until you guys all kill yourselves.
You'll be with your sex doll. What are you talking about, tinned food?
Which you won't be able to power up. You'll be like, come on, don't just lie there. Right, on that
Right,
bombshell,
yeah.
shall we do some reviews?
Right, it's time for What's Upset You Now's 1-star reviews. As always, Paul, go on.
So I don't know. When the sun comes out, it's summer. I just start thinking about fish and chips, and then that put me in mind of Harry Ramsden's, where I've been a lot to this particular branch, and
That's the main kind of fish and chip shop chain, isn't it?
It
really?
is, yeah. Have you been there?
Yeah,
They
Brighton.
used to do the Harry Ramsden challenge, I think, where you could like eat a certain amount, I think, and then it was free.
Is that what we're doing in our special?
That's what we're doing, yeah. And maybe that ties in quite nicely
Yeah.
because you've
Yeah.
foolishly said that you can out-eat me.
We'll see.
Okay. So
Bitch.
this is from Zoe S. This is recent. This is last summer. It's a summer sort of place. It's right on the seafront. I've given away the location, which I didn't want to do. It could be on any seafront.
Paul,
Yeah.
the chain will survive.
The chain will survive because it's one of those places where people will just go because of the location.
Hasn't it closed down?
Has it?
I thought Harry Ramsden's went into whatever that word is for not being open.
Liquidation?
anymore. Yeah.
Did they?
Harry Rams. I'll tell you. Just read the review. I'll look it up.
Well, I mean, in that case, this is quite prophetic because the title of the review is "Shut Down." That's the best thing you can do. This is from Zoe S. Went in thinking that maybe it changed over 21 years, as the last time I came it was terrible then. All staff was not following the food hygiene guidelines, as most of that waiters always wear heavy jewellery and they was pushing a cart full of frozen food. When we got our seats and the waiter took our order, he could not understand us. I'm not surprised, it has to be said. And had to repeat my order 3 times. Got our food within 2 mins of ordering when it says on the meal freshly made to order. But it was, I had skin on my baked beans and my partner had fried batter on chicken. The chips felt like they was made in the morning and just heated up in the microwave. We had to send back the first order as it was cold and the cod was not cooked well. It was rubber and burnt, so sent it all back. Cole got the second, was heated up but stale. They claim to be the world's best fish and chips. Go 10 minutes down the road to Chez Fred, guys. They are the world's best, as I am always waiting to be seated, as they are always packed and busy. I have been in the fish and chip industry for over 20 years, and this is the worst one I have been to. Please shut this place down, as the world is worse fish and chip. There we go.
Doesn't it sound a bit like she was sent?
By Chez Fred?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think as soon as in any scenario someone claims to have been in whatever industry they're claiming or they're moaning about, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
You go like, well, I've been in the fish and chip you've been in the fish and chip industry for 20 years. Oh, what?
Who are you, Captain Birdseye?
And also claiming that this is the world's worst, you'd have had to have eaten all of the fish and chips in the world.
Yes.
You can't.
Good point.
Well, one thing I find about fish and chips, it seems to be one of the few restaurants that where any fish and chips can suddenly claim that they are the world's famous fish and chip
Absolutely
shop.
right. Anyone
There is
saying
no
that they are the
world
world's
famous.
best. I mean, there's a few good ones in Brighton, actually. Bankers.
Yeah, but again, not world famous.
No. And it's not the world's best. There's another one down there, which is tucked away. Do you know the one that's up by the Druids, that pub? There's one down that side street.
But Bankers is my favourite.
Bankers is good. There's a better one in Brighton.
Okay.
I should know. I've been in the fish and chip industry for 20 years, and that Bankers is not the world's best fish and chips. It is actually the world's okay fish and chips.
You know what I find about fish and chips? Every single one has won an award. But
Yeah.
who's doing those awards? Like, who's managing the fish and chip awards?
I know what a depressing / amazing life.
Yes. Yeah.
Judging fish and chips. I'd fucking love to do that.
Nah, it would be a good job, actually.
Also,
What a job! I'd love to be in the fish and chip industry for 20 years.
what are you looking for?
So, fluffy chips with a sort of crunchy outer.
Fucking hell, you come at me quickly there. Like, you were ready for that.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't think I finished asking that question.
A light
What would you
batter,
be? Fluffy
a
chips?
fresh fish. Do you know?
Fresh fish. Sound like a gangster fish.
But it is like, you know, that sort
I'm
of
a
soft
Hannah and I'm fresh.
fish that's sort of like, you know, when you bite into it, it's not chewy, it's light.
Yeah.
Do you know, a lightness of touch. Freshly made tartar sauce.
Sorry, the producers
Condiments.
of MasterChef watching. Is it? Is there something I don't know about?
That are all, you know, like, I want the vinegar full. I want the salt
Are you looking
full.
for Greg Wallace's
I don't wanna
job?
sort of like-
He's looking for Greg Wallace's
I don't
job.
wanna-
What is this?
I don't want to be sort of trying to put salt on and the salt's blocked. I just want a bit of care and attention. I don't want the chips undercooked. I don't want the chips overcooked. I don't want the chips to have been left there for a long time. I don't want a soggy chip.
Yeah.
I want a fresh, you know, crunchy and light chip.
Peas or mushy peas?
Mushy peas,
Obviously.
of course. A buttered roll. You know, a nice roll. I want the correct assortment of drinks. Vimto, Dr. Pepper.
Mikey, I think we
cherry
can just leave.
Yeah,
I think
what is
this just carries
Well,
on.
you've asked
going.
me a question. I've come into the interview and
be
I'm
fair,
showing
you
that
did
I
ask
am
him.
passionate about fish and chips.
Yeah.
I am basically interviewing for the role of the judge for the world's best fish and chips. A job I think.
No, you're not. You're looking for Greg Wallace's job on MasterChef.
No, I'm not.
What's his name? John. Who's the guy with Greg Wallace? John
Thoreau.
Thoreau.
Justin, yeah. John
Thoreau.
Thoreau is the president of Canada.
Was.
So there we go. What are you looking for in good fish and chips?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You don't know, do you? That's why you think
hang on.
Bankers is so good.
Hang on.
Bankers is for wankers that don't know fish and chip. And I should also caveat that with, I think Bankers is very good, but it is where people go that think they know what good fish and chips are.
I like big chips.
And I cannot lie.
That's
You like big chips?
I like really big chips.
Yes.
That's
How do you like them cooked? What's the texture you're looking for?
golden brown? Like golden edges. Like
Right.
where they're orange. You know, when the edges are orange, you get to the corners.
This guy doesn't. Like if this was it, I'd go. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's almost like this guy.
If you're the producer of a show and you've invited me, and I go, "Who is?
It's
who is
almost
this
like,
amateur?"
it's
Yeah,
almost
it
like
does
this
sound- you
guy
haven't done your
hasn't
research.
worked in the fish and chip industry.
for 20 years. I go, what is it? Who is this bloke? Sorry, I thought I'd come here for an interview about fish and chips, and this bloke does not know what he's talking about.
I like big chips
Yeah.
with the orange corners. That's it.
Okay. And the fish?
Never fussed about fish.
Yeah.
Not really fussed.
Right, okay. So you have the fish, though?
I will have fish.
Yes.
I'm not a big fan.
So you just like chips?
I love chips.
I love chips.
I
like fish and chips.
It's not healthy. Yeah, I'm not a big...
Do you have... What's your order, then, when you go into a fish and chip shop? I'll tell you mine now. Fish, chips, medium if available. I think large sometimes is too much. If it's a choice between small and large, I'll have large. If there's small, medium, and large, I go, okay, we're in a proper establishment here. These guys are not fucking
large
around.
Is too much?
Can be.
Oh, okay.
I think large would be too much if they were offering small, medium, and large. I think large would be adequate if they're only offering regular.
Do you know
and
what
large.
I really don't like? I'll tell you what I don't like is when they put you'll get open, it's on a tray, and they put the fish on top of the chips.
You don't like that?
No, it's got to be on the side.
Okay,
Got
interesting.
to be on the side. Really annoys me.
Okay, I've misjudged you, mate.
That really...
There is more thought.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, yeah.
I really can't stand that. Also, same goes for Sunday roast when they put the beef over the veg. And you have to kind of lift the beef off and the veg is underneath. Absolutely unacceptable.
See,
do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. Neither of those two things would bother me.
I know what you're talking about.
It drives me mad. Don't lay on my food. That's gross.
What I will say, sometimes the chips underneath get a bit oilier and then they become soggy because of the heat
Shouldn't
of the
do
fish.
if the fish is cooked well and the chips. If they are well cooked, that should not matter.
Also, Paul, and I think you'll be with me here.
Yeah.
Stick your plastic fork up your arse. Wooden fork, 2 spikes. That's it.
It can do. Sometimes you're creating a lot of work. Eating fish with a 2-prong fork.
That's the life you've signed up to when you got to fish and chips.
No, I want a three sort of prong fork.
Like a blue fork. You'll be happy when you...
Wouldn't bother me.
I
You
want
want
the
proper
box.
cutlery?
Also,
Ideally
let me
proper
do
cutlery.
my salt and vinegar.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't like the salt and vinegar. Let me do it.
When they say, do you want salt and vinegar, what do you say?
Yes, and go mad on the salt and vinegar.
Yeah, so I say lots.
Yeah, I go...
And I'll say it twice, the message. I go lots.
And I say, if you think it's too much...
Yeah. That's like that old stand-up thing. If you think you're going too slowly, slow down. If you think you're going too quickly, slow down.
Can I add something else?
Or
in?
the other way.
Please.
I like a big old pot of curry sauce.
100%. This is what I was going to say. So my order, large if there's only regular and large, medium if there's large, medium and small, fish and chips, tartar sauce, lots of salt and vinegar, curry sauce, mushy peas, can of Dr. Pepper or Vimto.
And recently, I've now turned to... I like a box.
Yes.
I like a
Yeah.
box. Over a tray or a bag. The bag that's gone now. Forget the
I
bag.
do quite like it wrapped up
Like a
proper
box.
old school. Can you remember it being wrapped up in newspaper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Absolutely.
think I can, really.
You get inky fingers.
Yeah, it seems like
Bloody
a
least of
weird-
your worries, mate. Anyway,
Probably.
Sean, what have you got?
Right, I again sunshine, sunny
Yeah.
day. I took my daughter to the park,
Lovely.
Hyde Park, big
Ooh.
park, one of my favourite parks. Love a Royal Park, and what?
Okay. Yeah, fine. Well,
What?
I love a royal park.
I do. I love a Royal
What
Park.
other royal parks do you like?
Regent's Park,
Yeah.
Hyde Park and Regent's Park,
you
and
like-
Green Park and St James's Park.
Okay. Please continue.
Statues, rivers.
You like, look at the statues. I mean, I will say, Hyde Park is fucking good.
I love a flower, but
The
like a flower
serpentine.
garden. Yeah.
Rowing boats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Solid park.
It's a good park.
It's a
yeah.
solid park. So,
Speaker's Corner.
yeah,
It's iconic.
I didn't get what spot. That, do you know? It took me far too long, over 10 years, to get why it was called Speaker's Corner. I didn't know. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Just kind of thought that was the name, and then it's where people come to speak.
Yes.
Yeah,
Good, isn't it? Have you been?
No one's ever saying anything there that I'm agreeing with. I have to say.
We should. That would be a good special. What's upset you now, Speaker's Corner, where we all have to get up and rant about our given.
I actually don't know what Speaker's Corner is.
It's basically where people go and they get on their soapbox and sort of talk about, like, and I'll tell you another thing. This country is overrun, or whatever their take on things are. And I go, and I'll tell you another thing. You know, it's about the batter. The batter needs to be light. The fish needs to be fresh. The chips need to be fluffy on the inside.
Genius. That's what we're doing.
Okay,
Speaker's Corner.
Yep.
I have to say I had a lovely time. I wasn't impressed with the flower gardens. The North Flower Garden in Hyde Park was extremely disappointing.
Yes, because you're a gardener now.
I like flowers. I knew this would happen. I was like, I'm going to have to... at some point, it's going to become apparent that I like flowers.
Right, okay.
And it's a recent trend. Don't know if it'll last.
Yes.
But I've gotten into looking at flowers and buying flowers.
Looking at flowers.
Yeah, like we're at Hyde Park. I wanted to see the flower garden. And I was disappointed with what I got.
Who doesn't like looking at flowers? It's sort of like, what are you into? You wouldn't put that in your dating bio, would it?
But what I mean is...
looking at flowers, royal parks.
But what I mean is I'll look at the map and I'll go, where's the flower garden? And I'll go to the flower garden and I'll look at the flowers, which I don't have many mates that would. Would you do that?
Absolutely not, no.
No, exactly, yeah. But anyway,
I'd get
it wasn't, by the way, it wasn't very good.
I go, yeah, they're nice flowers.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't at Hyde Park.
Why? The shit.
There was no flowers in the flower garden.
Right. You sure you're in the flower garden?
I'm 100% positive.
Okay.
There was one butterfly. That's not enough for a flower garden.
Do you like butterflies?
Love butterflies.
Do you go to the butterfly garden when you're there?
I would go to the butterfly
I'm
garden.
lucky there's a lot of butterflies where I am. White ones with orange tips on them. Some really...
Orange what?
Orange like tips on the wings. So like a white with like a orange...
That's a nice butterfly, that one.
nice butterfly.
I was a light green. Like
Yes, I know those
very
ones,
nice. So I thought I'd look up the reviews for Hyde Park.
Okay.
And this is from La Jane, a 1 star, obviously.
La Jane?
La Jane, yeah.
Like LeBron James.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear what she's got.
Terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The manager who works at the large coffee shop is arrogant and has no respect for anyone. His way of dealing with customers is disgusting. And it's a disgrace that someone with such zero manners is made a manager.
She's mistaken you for the manager of that coffee shop. That's what's happened there. Is that why you're reading this?
I asked when bathrooms close, and he said at 6 p.m. So I jokingly said, bathrooms should usually open 24 hours. Then he said, who will clean them? Are you going to clean them?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Such a rude way to get to respond to a normal question.
Yeah.
And when I confronted him about it, he kept being rude. Disgusting. And apparently he's rude to all customers. When I asked him to tell me his name, he refused because he doesn't want me to report him because he knows he's impolite and disrespectful.
Wow.
So didn't have a good time at Hyde Park.
I do sometimes think this, like there's not enough toilets. When you get caught short, you go,
It's atrocious.
why is there no toilets everywhere?
Yeah.
Like,
full
I
agree.
mean, the amount of times
in
I go,
London,
like,
there's
why need a
cafes.
piss? There's nowhere to... Yeah, I know, but then you go in and they're like... Oh,
No, I was going to say no. In London, there's cafes with no toilets.
Yes.
So we don't have a toilet. What are you talking about? You're selling liquid.
Yes. And then, not our problem.
Yeah.
We do have a lack of toilets in this country. actually,
100%.
yeah. In Switzerland,
and then when you
there's
go in
toilets
somewhere, they're sort of like...
What's that you said?
what's that?
When you
go into somewhere and say, oh, is it okay, have you used the toilet? Sometimes I go, no, they're for customers only.
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah, where are we supposed to do the piss?
Next time that happens, I would love to just stand there and piss myself. In the middle of the shop and go...
please do that.
Now you don't know what to do you? 'Cause I'm not using your toilet and I'm not a customer. I've come in to ask a question. You didn't let me use your toilet and now I've pissed myself.
That's on you.
That's on you. I mean, admittedly, I have now got to walk around the rest of the day having pissed myself, but I think I've made my point. All right, everyone? There. Have I won this one? Have I won that?
I think you've won.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think
Depends
I
how
then
far from
become
your
a story
house you are.
go, this bloke walked in and pissed himself and then walked out. I don't think I've won, have I?
No.
No.
Maybe you
I've
haven't.
No, I've lost.
Yeah.
I've lost that. I've got to go straight to like Uniqlo and buy some cheap jeans to wear for the rest of the day, or shorts.
Especially
Good time of year to do it.
Especially bad if you need a number 2.
Yeah? Now I've shit myself. Yeah? Not so clever now, are you? See you later, guys.
And also, what I didn't tell you is I also feel sick. Yeah, he came in, he wet himself, he shat himself, and then he threw up down his top, and he said, "Ha!"
Yeah.
and walked out. Good toilet spaces. Good toilet. I tell you what, good Carnaby Street. If you're looking for a toilet, you cut short in London.
Great.
Carnaby Street, O'Neill's.
So there's the hotel in Leicester Square at the bottom corner next to where Radio X and everything is. There's a sort of toilet opposite that, and they're downstairs, and they are an excellent.
I know exactly what you're talking
excellent
about.
Toilet. I forget what it's called.
Hotel toilets are normally really good.
Yeah.
The popular one that was shown to me by comedian Jimmy McGee, Fortnum and Mason.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Go get posh toilets, really posh toilets. No gaps underneath the doors. Can really enjoy yourself.
Love that. Yeah.
Nice. That sounds lovely.
Like hand towels afterwards.
Yeah.
In a box.
A choice of
molten brown hand soap. You go like, I should be paying for this.
I know, absolutely.
This is really
a choice of like hand soap or hand cream.
Both.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Mikey, your time to review. What
I
have you got?
a review. Very quickly, I'll just say Swiss train stations, you'd fucking love them.
yeah.
Hand sanitizer outside the door, inside the door.
Amazing.
Like, really always clean. Has a little thing on it so you can use dry wipes or you can have wet wipes.
Fantastic.
But I just wanted to say,
Their like sort of plumbing and toilet stuff in Switzerland is next level.
they're fucking incredible. And
Like the
I love it.
showers in the hotels and stuff.
Yeah.
They're as close as we've got to the Japanese in terms of
big respect to
Europe,
Switzerland.
bathroom technology.
My new home has a weak flush.
Oh, does it?
It's
that's so annoying.
it's
It-
really
yeah.
bleak. It's really bleak.
Yeah.
It's about it can be up to 3 flushes to get rid of. It's so depressing. It's just like the toilet is dribbling.
No good if you're in a hurry.
Yeah, no, absolutely horrendous.
Do you know what I don't really... Sorry, this is just something I thought of that is quite important to me. Why do they build toilets where the bowl that doesn't have any water in it is situated right under where the shit's going to fall? So you always have to use the toilet brush. Do you know what I mean? My toilet at home, it goes like out like that, and then that's where the shit goes. And then there's
I
a
see what
hole.
you mean, yeah,
so you have to use the toilet brush every time. Why don't they just make the bowl in the middle?
I don't use a toilet brush.
I don't use the toilet.
Okay.
Let's go.
Right. Do you know there's automatic blowjob machines out there?
No, this news has passed me by. I'm more concerned with the impending cyber attack than. Please continue.
Yes, it's a little bit of kit you just pop on your penis, and when you turn it on, the internal mechanics recreate the motions, the sensation of getting a blowjob.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and now you can link them to AI as well. So you put on your VR. I don't have this, but you put on your VR goggles, and then as the blowjob's happening, it syncs to a AI model that's doing the blowjob. Pretty crazy stuff out there.
Yeah.
I don't reckon you're going to leave the house in about 3 years' time.
But just me. I mean, come on. We'd all have one.
I wouldn't have one.
You
Would you?
A
VR blowjob kit.
If it was really realistic, though.
No.
I'd just be so worried that someone was going to come in and catch me, and I've got the things on, and I wouldn't know they're there.
Maybe if I lived alone, and I was lonely.
You'd be intrigued by it, at least. You'd be like, all right, is that realistic? Anyway. Apparently they're not that good anyway. So 1 star. Well, this isn't really on the machine, but my penis was too large for it.
That is the greatest humble brag I've ever heard.
Oh my god! Oh, Paul, you've been sending in your reviews again.
That's basically penis was too large for it. Bought it for Valentine's Day.
It's very romantic.
Yeah, but
Very beautiful.
So this is from his
Touching.
wife or whatever. Bought it for Valentine's Day, but he was disappointed that it could not fit him. Not happy. Surely on Valentine's Day you'd just give him a blowjob instead of buying him a blowjob machine for Valentine's
It's
Day.
all a bit kinky, though, isn't it? You know,
What's kinky about that?
it's cheeky. Look what I got you. It's all a bit.
Automatic blowjob machine.
Look what I got you. I think the subtext is, I'm not doing it.
Anyway, I've got a load more reviews of this blowjob machine, but I'll save that for the patron.
Save that for the Patreon. So we'll get more on fish and chips, Hyde Park, and sex dolls.
Only at Patreon.
Only at Patreon. We're moving to Patreon now. So if you want to sign up to Patreon, very easy. We've got the link in the bio, or it's on patreon.com/WUYN. Lots of extra free content. Over 100 hours of something of free content?
Over 180 hours.
We'll see you.
Almost 200 hours.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll see you over there now. Sign up now. It's only, is it just £1 a week?
Something like that.
Yeah, sign up now. Very easy. And we'll see you shortly.
Well, and I'll just quickly say, the free trial is still going. So you can do it risk-free. You can just sign up, and
the only risk is a cyber attack.
Exactly that.
But don't worry, we've got you. As you can tell, you can listen to us, and we'll tell you how to survive it.
Yeah. If you want to know how to survive a cyber attack, sign up to Patreon now. We'll tell you.
Right, ta-da.
Excellent.